into the walking in the line, waiting to get in. Saw a couple people peacefully protesting. They had signs up. You know, it actually gave me an opportunity to read the signs. I looked at them. I took pictures of them. I was able to see their point of view. When you get closer to the door, I couldn't take pictures. I couldn't do video because they were pushing us through, because people were verbally violent at the door, yelling, saying F Donald Trump. I mean, being outrageous. Very, very uncomfortable feeling. I mean, people were directly yelling at me as if I'm a criminal, and all I'm trying to do is just hear what the man have to say.
All right, folks, welcome to Give Me Five on this Friday. I just want to take this opportunity to wish everyone who celebrates a happy Easter. That is Brandon Tatum. He's a Tucson police officer. He's African-American, as you could see, and he went to a Trump rally. And listen to what he's describing that he found at the Trump rally, not from the Trump supporters, but from those who were looking to cause trouble and infiltrate the Trump rally.
When I got inside, it was peaceful. Initially, the shocking thing is that everybody seemed to be peaceful. There wasn't a lot of hatred and maliciousness going on and lashing out at the protesters. Initially, there was nothing like that. And I didn't get that impression at all. But the thing that stood out to me was these protesters. I mean, from the door, and then some of them snuck inside. And a funny thing that I don't know, the media don't cover this, but Donald Trump actually paid to rent that facility to make it a private event. Therefore, by law, he reserved the right to keep people out at his discretion. So he's not violating constitutional rights when he was kicking people out.
See, absolutely. And this is very important. People talk about a right to protest and a right to be heard. You don't have a right to come in and protest at a private event. This is not a public place. This is not a public space. If you want to protest where the police say you could protest outside an event, if you have a permit, that's fine. Otherwise, if you're committing civil disobedience, you'll be arrested. You don't have a right just to go into a private venue, a private event, not invited, not entitled to be there. And first of all, you're not entitled to be there. That's number one. And then protest and disrupt it. That's not freedom of speech. So let's get that straight. That's very important. And here's more from the officer. Before
he ever came out, they made an announcement and said, you are not to harm protesters. You are not to get in a physical altercation with them, that the security staff will escort them out. And that was another thing that I didn't see portrayed. I don't see portrayed in the media, is that they gave a disclaimer and said, don't hurt these people. You don't need to do this.
All right, now this bite is a little long, but I want you to listen as he describes the viciousness of these protesters against Trump. Watch.
I mean, these people were acting a fool. I'm talking about cussing and screaming. You guys seen some pictures. There was somebody wearing a Ku Klux Klan hat saying F Donald Trump, flipping people off. The group that I posted were yelling F Donald Trump in front of these kids. You had families down there. I seen this one lady covering her daughter's ears because these people are just outlandish and out of control. And I'm a police officer, and I have been through a lot of dramatic situations. And I have to be honest, I felt very uncomfortable there. I mean, there was a lot of police officers there or whatever, but I felt uncomfortable. I felt like at any moment with the climate of these protesters, this wasn't the people that was involved in Trump's rally. It was these protesters that at any moment I could get sucker punched by somebody, because they're just outrageously screaming and yelling and not really saying anything but hateful slurs, calling them a racist, calling people that were involved racists and haters. And the funny thing is, these people are the most hateful, evil people that I've ever seen. I could not believe what I saw.
So why wasn't this man on every show in America? Why wasn't, if this man had been a protester and was punched at a Trump rally by a white Trump supporter, it would be Trump's fault. Trump would be responsible, and all Trump supporters all over the country would be racist. Instead, this African-American police officer saw what he saw and what you just heard, and no one in the mainstream media cares one little bit. It doesn't fit their anti-Trump narrative that Trump is a racist and a bigot. Have a great weekend.